It just makes me feel so good on the inside, because it's just like I don't feel like nobody else is here for me. Like, and my dad is like, what up, KD Gang? It's your boy D, and I'm back with another freaking video. Guys, so as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be updating y'all a little bit about my father. So I don't know if y'all remember the last video or not. I just basically explained like our relationship, where we were and everything. But now I'm just gonna give y'all a little more update of basically what's going on between me and my father, since the other video was deleted and stuff. So if you do know, or if you don't know, when I spoke about my dad, the last situation, I did get emotional. It was a very emotional situation, because you know, it was just like I just felt like I didn't have that support, you know. So basically my father just got out of jail not too long ago, and he reached out to me. And so when my father reached out to me, I was automatically thinking like, you know, he was probably gonna tell me that I wasn't living my life right, or you know, all of that. And it wasn't really gonna bother me, because basically where I was coming from was, you know, like, you haven't been here like my whole life, you know, so it's really nothing that he can really tell me that would make me just, you know, up and change, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, my father got out of jail. He called me, and we were on the phone for about an hour and something, and he was just basically letting me know that he has changed a lot. He has learned a lot of things. He doesn't get mad anymore like he used to, and the main thing that he explained to me was how much he actually loved me, and how much he actually cared for me, and how much he actually thought about me while he has been in jail. And it made me happy on the inside, because I never would have imagined him to ever feel this way about me, due to the fact that I never wrote him while he was in jail. I never went to visit him or anything like that. So I never knew where our relationship would stand after with him getting out of jail, if he was to ever get out of jail. But I just knew that, you know, I was just gonna live my best life the best way that I could, you know, regardless. And so as he was sitting there just explaining to me how much he loved me and how much he cared for me, I just began to cry, because I don't think he understood as much as I understood how much I was really hurt. And so I sat and I let him speak. I let him let me know, you know, everything of how he felt and all of that before I spoke. And so whenever I spoke, I finally just put everything on the table and let him know how I felt. Basically letting him know that I felt like he wasn't there for me. I felt like he didn't love me as much as I loved him, because he chose to do other things rather than, you know, take care of his kids and, you know, his responsibilities as a man, and you know, all of that. And I, you know, at first I was expecting him to have a response like, you know, you don't know what I was going through, or whatever the case may be, because you know, that's a valid response. I don't know what he was going through. I don't know how he felt, you know, but at the same time, it was just, you know, it was selfish to me that he just, you know, allowed it to go on without him, you know, just being there in my life. So he then explained to me that, you know, it hasn't always been the best relationship between him and my mom, and then between us, because when him and my sister would communicate, sometimes they always argued, and vice versa with me and him as well, which was, I think it was another reason why me and my sister could never get along, because she was so much like my dad, and I think I was so much like my mom. And so yeah, he just went on to explain all of that, and it was just very emotional to me, because throughout everything, throughout me ever saying that I hated him and all of that, like, I just asked him for forgiveness because I didn't hate him. I actually loved him a lot. And I think I loved him too much for me wanting him to be this person that he wasn't, that he didn't know how to be. And I had to understand that he was so equipped to living that street life that he wasn't used to having a normal job and used to, you know, doing you know, what a father should do. He's so, you know, used to being on the streets all the time and stuff. And so I had to understand that. And like, you know, he apologized to me and he let me know that, you know, he would never put himself in that situation again to where he would have to leave his kids. And I'm sorry, this is making me really emotional because I love my dad. I love my dad to the bottom of my heart. And I promise, like, I didn't even care if he was gone for 20 years. I would still love that man the same. Because it's just like, I've always wanted to be the type to grow up with my mom and my dad. I tried so hard to want to fit in with everybody else. You know, because they had their parents and they always, like, talked about them doing fun things with their mom and doing fun things with their dad. And it was just like, it was so emotional to me because I never got to do any of them. Even though my mom wasn't in jail or anything, I still, like, my mom still didn't do things like with us like that. So, like, it was just so emotional to me, and, you know, which caused me to have so much hatred in my heart towards my dad or just anybody, you know. And I had to, like, go through that for the longest of, like, you know, finding myself and loving myself, you know, because I felt like nobody else loved me as much as I love myself. And I would turn to, like, guys, you know, hoping that they can give me that feel that I need. But it was just all temporary because I was still hurt deep down inside. And still to this day, I am very hurt. Like, I'm very hurt. But I'm trying each and every day to grow to be a better person, to be a bigger person, because I don't want to be like anybody but myself. I just want to live my life, you know, comfortably how I can appreciate it. And I just appreciate my dad being here still, even though, you know, he hasn't been the best father. I'm glad that he's out and he's able to try to be a good father now, because he calls me every single day. If he doesn't call me, he's texting me, letting me know that he loves me. And it's just like, that's all I wanted from my dad. Like, I just love hearing the fact that my dad loves me. No matter what I've done in my life, no matter all the wrongs that I've done, my dad still loves me. And that it just makes me feel so good on the inside, because it's just like, I don't feel like nobody else is here for me. Like, and my dad is like, my dad has been in jail my whole life. But he calls me more than anybody, any of my other family members that has been out of jail. And it's crazy because I would have never expected that from my dad. I would have never expected my dad to even be as close as he is to me. And I just really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And I mean, like I said, I didn't want to get too emotional about it, but it's just a really sensitive situation that, like, I just wanted to talk about to you guys, especially so y'all could know, you know, what exactly is going on now. And, you know, y'all, maybe you guys can help me grow. You know, you guys can help me be a better person. And I do want to just say I appreciate everybody that is still sticking with me, everybody that, you know, that still comments on my videos, on my Instagram and all of that, and everybody that's not. Just pray for me, because, like, after that conversation, it did confirm a lot of things, and it made me very happy on the inside as a person to know that my dad still loves me, and he cared to reach out to me, because I'm sure a lot of people's fathers that's been in jail for a long time and got out probably didn't even care to reach out to their kids. So it just makes me, I'm glad that I felt important enough for him to reach out to me, and just let me know how he really felt. And I will always love my dad. I will always respect my dad. And that's just that. But yeah, guys, I mean, I just wanted to let you guys know a little update on that. So you guys can know that I am in a happier place when it comes to my father. And you know, just keep me in your prayers, guys, because you know, you could tell that I am still hurt, because I still cry over certain things. So yeah, guys, just make sure, you know, no matter what, you let your parents know that you love them while they're here, your family, anybody, because you know, you don't ever want to take anything for granted, and you never know when, you know, anybody's gonna pass away. And you know, I do want to just say that I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and you know, that's about it. But I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because it turned into a whole emotional rant, and I wanted it to just be a happy story. But yeah, guys, I love y'all, and I'm out of here.